Hello, Monsters Abound here, a YouTuber that encompasses the same feeling as when you get hiccups and you kind of don't like it, but then you get rid of them and you kind of miss it. Welcome back to Total War Warhammer 2 Mortal Empires of Part 2 of my Wood Elf campaign with Orion. There's Orion over there. Last time we beat up Paravon, we killed a bunch of knights and peasants and stuff, and then we burned down one of their towns, and then we made peace with them. Because sometimes you need to know when to stop fighting. And also we've got some greenskins to kill over here, so we may as well do that. So something else. Thank you, Orion. Something else I did notice was the branch wraiths. Now the branch wraiths are sort of like a melee wizard. And something I hadn't realised is, I don't know whether this is Steel Faith Overhaul or what, but their spells are sort of a mishmash of Shadow and Jade. So they've got the sort of, I think these are the weaker spells. So this is like the first section of spells, the weaker spells, not the sort of super duper spells. They've got both the Shadow and Jade ones. So they don't have the strong spells, but they've got sort of a smattering of magic. So, I mean, still quite nice. They are a melee combatant. They do have this nice ability down here which increases melee attack by 16 around them, so that's quite nice. And they've also got some magic to throw around, so definitely worth having one of those in the army. Especially because we don't have any other magic user at the moment. I've also renamed our Waystalker to Dido, like the musician, because I don't know, because I felt like it. Basically, that's the only reason. Okay, let's. Have we moved? Yes. Yeah, that's right, Orion. Let's end the turn. As you can see, our upkeep took a bit of a nosedive because we're outside the forest. And that's just with one stack and all of our economy buildings. So we might be able to get a few more units potentially to defend Athaloren, but it won't be a full stack. So Orion will be mostly on his own. With what is, let's be honest, the bog standard Wood Elf Garrett. I mean, the vast majority of Orion's army is the starting units. It's Glade Guard, it's the Eternal Guard. There's nothing really too exciting in there. I don't think I said you could come into my forest, dickhead. Where are you? I'm just traipsing through my... What a... Oh! The barefaced cheek of it! We'll definitely have to go and get back down here and teach them a bloody lesson. We can't quite get back into our own territory, so we're just going to have to world route down there. Then we can hop back in. We do need to do a little bit of replenishment, but I'm not very happy about this. Cheeky buggers. Trespassers against us minus 19. We are not happy about that. But we can't afford to do anything about it just yet. Do I want Dido back in the army? I kind of do. Do I want to get rid of one of my Glade Guard? Yeah. Okay. Let's get rid of. Well, let's merge them. And let's get rid of that. And then we can take Dido. And he can hop in the army. And he can thank us for giving him the best time of his life. Now I think it's autumn at the moment, which means very soon Orion is going to cark it. Now I will say, although I do have the upkeep reduction mod, it does reduce upkeep across the board for every single faction in the world. That does mean a lot of like the one settlement factions can use a couple of stacks. Now considering we can only get one stack, it still puts us at a disadvantage. It's just a little bit more interesting. At least they're taking attrition as they go through my forest. Okay, we've got Vol the Maker that's increased our income. That's going to come in useful. We've also got an unhappy populace. The luring grin of Morsleb is visible. It dominates the night sky, and those who look upon it are said to go insane or driven to murderous rage. Order must be restored. -4 public order. I mean, that's not great considering our public order is already fairly... Well, you know, it's going down, but it's not too bad. Okay, let's hop back into King's Glade. So we're going to get some replenishment. That's good. Val Nal has got a skill point. We're going to pop that in... Ooh. There's a lot of good options here. I think I'm going to go for... I do want some magic, so we're going to go for Melkoth's Mystifying Miasma, I think. Let's do that. So we need a little bit of replenishment, but that's going to be fine. I don't think we can build. I think we are only one turn away from being able to upgrade to the Hollow. So that's quite nice. But other than tech, I would like some tech. So we could get Ladriel, Lady of the Mists. It's going to give diplomatic relations +30 with Britain. I think Ladriel, is that the Lady of the Lake? I think it is. Or we could get... I mean, we don't really have Dryads at the moment, so I don't really get... Well... On the other hand, armour, 10% for Eternal Guard would be quite nice. So let's get Fool's Armoury. A smith's crafts can save the lives of many. Is that lives of many? Save the lives of many. I think it should be lives, but... Bug report. Never mind. Okay, I want to deal with these guys, because frankly, traipsing through my forest is a bit of a dick move, guys. Just FYI. Not very happy with that. Should really... where are we? Okay, so allied factions, you can move fastest because I don't really care what you're doing. Enemy factions, you can go fast because I am kind of interested in what you're doing. And neutral factions, I don't care what you're doing, so just go fastest. There we go. That's better. I wish those options were saved from game to game. Where do you think you're off to? Annoyingly, I don't think I can reach them. I think they lost a battle over here. Or won a battle, or something. Can we actually reach them? We could reach them. I'm sort of semi-tempted, but... I don't know if they're over this direction. So that was last turn. I wish it said who the winner was. Because the only thing is, I don't want... If there's an Imperial army over here, or a Bill Bailey army over here, I don't want the long-haired hippie people to attack King's Glade while I'm away.
The nation calls.
But I could kill them. And I'm sort of tempted to do that.
Deliver your message.
How do you feel about... Right, where is Carcassonne?
Dark are these times.
You have not met them. Okay. Okay, I think...
The forest calls.
I mean, they did traipse through my forest, which is a dick move. So, I'm going to attack them. This could be a very bad idea, but I don't care. I'm going to kill them anyway. So, because they're marching, they can't retreat, which is good. So we're going to kill them all. That was unfortunate. Yeah, he's not having a good day, is he? So we've caught up with the Bill Bailey army, who were marching through our forest, and frankly, that was rude. So, in recompense, we're going to kill everyone. We've got some lovely range over these crossbowmen. As you can see, these crossbowmen are just getting melted by our archer fire. I just love killing humans. God, it feels so good. It feels so wrong and yet so right. On our left flank, we've got the Wild Riders and also the Legolas cosplayers and the Deepwood Scouts. And on the right flank, we have the Hawk Riders. And then we've got a main sort of block of infantry. There's Orion over in the centre there. We've got... there's Dido with the archers. He's helping out, making them shots stronger. Not that they really need it. So already we've done horrendous damage to the enemy army. We're literally just picking them apart. Some of these guys starting to look a lot like pincushions. Not sure they're actually going to reach our line. Their general has been picked off by Orion and is currently quite low on health. The Wild Riders just making a mess of their crossbows. So they've got some swordsmen trying to come into our rear, but the Legolas cosplayers and Deepwood Scouts have spotted them and have opened fire. So they're down. Spearmen charging after them. Again, they're going to be tough. Oh my god, that was horrendous. Yeah, so those guys are dead. A few units did manage to reach our line, but then had to retreat. It does look like they did manage to hit us on the far right flank there with a unit of swordsmen. However, our Eternal Guard are going to be able to repulse that fairly easily, and the Wild Riders are just going to chase down anyone who's currently trying to run away. They've racked up 122 kills and climbing. So the entire army has broken, and now our archer line is going to move up and chase after them. Kill as many as possible. I mean, basically it's as much as ammunition allows. So we killed an entire Bill Bailey army and we lost 8 elves. I mean, that was purely worth it just for the pure fun of it. That was amazing. Okay, let's you know what, we'll kill the captives. We've got Forest Spirit. The spirit of Athel Loren, while incorporeal, can be sensed by all those who dwell within its waystone bounds. Magic resistance plus 3% and enemy leadership -5 in the local region, which is quite nice. It's going to help with breaking enemy armies. Now we need to get back to King's Glade just in case there's an enemy army still around.
Lord of the forest.
So Orion, you've got, bloody hell, you got 2 skill points. Okay, good. Let's get, I mean, armor might be nice. They've got 48 armor. The melee defense is actually pretty good. So, Although, on the other hand, ammunition is a bit of a problem, so maybe... Okay, let's get Eye of Crynsos and then Nature's Quiver for more ammo. I think that's what I want to do. And Kingsglade we can upgrade to the Hollow. Deep beneath the earth and protected from the elements, safe from harm. That's going to give us some nice garrison there, actually. It's going to be pretty defensive. Defensible.
A traitor stands before me.
What? Orion, chill. It's Durthu. Chill, man. You want a defensive alliance? How about military access as well? Alright. Okay, no Bill Bailey army. That's good. I should have really checked their strength ranking, because that would probably tell me if they had another army hanging around.
Yes.
Okay, Crooked Mutants gets a war. That's fine. And we want to go back to Kingsglade just to heal up a little bit. And then I think we'll go after the Orcs. Can we get back in? No, apparently not. Okay, well, Dido has got another skill point. We're going to give you Bottomless Quiver for more. Or do I want... Yeah, no, Bottomless Quiver. That's what we're going to do. 2 more turns there. And I think... I wanted to check... Right, Bill Bailey.
The time for talk is over. Make your demand.
Shut up. You are strength rank 97, which I suggest means you probably don't have any armies.
You come bearing arms.
But you don't want a peace treaty. Interesting. How do the Wood Elves feel about us? It is improving. Improving and deteriorating. Okay. How about Defensive Alliance, Durthu? Nice work. Okay, military access. No, terms are disagreeable.
What do you need? Welcome to the halls of Athaloran.
Okay, well that's getting better. So hopefully we start getting these sort of deals with the other Wood Elf factions. We also get the Amber, which is nice. But also it'll hopefully, because they tend to ally with each other, allying with one makes the other two feel favourable to us, and so it's kind of like just it's symbiotic. Or there's synergy, that's probably a better word. Now, because our borders to the west are fairly secure, maybe I want to start capturing some outposts sort of in the mountains? Maybe? Maybe head towards Skaven Blight. Because there's not many avenues of attack in the mountains, and I can obviously use the world routes to jump around, so I have a slight advantage there. Mission failed. Well, yeah, but we couldn't find any beastmen. Okay, can we... We could hop over here. I'm going to do that. It's a little bit cheeky,
The nation calls.
There's Lucini.
There's the time.
But maybe we can grab Karak Bufdar. Maybe then kill Belagar? Maybe? It's an option. I mean, we don't like dwarves. And Kazrak's now dead, so the Beastmen threat is sort of dying away, although obviously we've got that invasion which is mid to late game. So that's something to keep in mind. There's a lot of fighting going on down there. I don't know if the Broken Nose still have an army wandering around. Okay, so he's dead. Rotfang the Red Cap was spotted. He's around here somewhere. Not quite sure. Valnal has got a hunting hound. And we've got Regional Thinking. Capture and occupy a settlement belonging to any of the following enemies of Widrioth. Karak Ziflin. Well, the problem is they have 2 armies currently there, plus the garrison. So that's probably not going to happen. Valnal has got a skill point, though. And we are going to pop that in. Ooh. I quite like Pendulum. Earthblood would be quite nice. Awakening of the Wood would be nice as well. There's a lot of... Ooh, now. Right. Earthblood is nice. Especially because obviously our units are small in number but have quite a lot of health per unit. Let's get Earthblood, because being able to heal is never a bad thing.
The forest calls.
Okay, so I don't know if... In fact, can we...
If this is bad.
Okay, you're currently strength rank 110, which means you really have very little in the way of military, so I think we can probably just kill you. So we're going to declare war.
I fear no one.
So they've got reinforcements coming in, but it's mostly just sort of orc boys. Got some orc biggins, that's going to be no problem. Obviously they have no shields, so they're going to be easy pickings for our archers. And a bunch of forest goblins. This should be a slaughter. So up against Greenskins this time. We're going to see if we can get our first outpost. That'd be exciting. So Ryan's already making a mess of some forest goblins. I mean, it's probably not the best target for his spear. Probably better on the orc boys. But I don't think there's going to be too much trouble. Archers now opening fire. We've got the Hawk Riders over on the right flank. We've got our Wild Riders on the right flank as well. Left flank, we've got the Legolas cosplayers and the Deepwood Scouts hidden in this forest. And already the Hawk Riders taking out some of these Goblin Wolf Rider archers. They're easily going to be able to trade with them. You can see we're taking very little damage in return. Those Wolf Riders taking horrendous punishment. And the barrage has begun. These goblins getting chewed up and spat out. There's Malkoth's miasma and that shot from Dido, his Kurnos ability thingy. And as the Hounds of Orion, they're going to eat some orcs for us. And Legolas cosplayers and the Deepwood Scouts opening fire, but on the right flank, the Forest Goblins have some Spider Riders. That's less than ideal, because we don't really have any protection for them. That was a mistake. So these spiders are going to spot them. Although we're going to do some damage to them, but they have spotted us. Less than ideal, and they're going to charge into us. Deepwood Scout's going to take some damage. The Legolas cosplayers, on the other hand, are going to turn around and jump them, doing a little bit of LARPing in the forest here. Very nice stuff. So actually, you know what? The Legolas cosplay is pretty good in melee, surprisingly, and they're actually going to trade quite well with these Forest Goblin Spider Riders. Although, ideally, you don't particularly want them fighting in melee; you want them shooting. Orc Riders coming to assist. We've dealt with the first wave of greenskins. However, Valnal has been fighting the Orc Warboss and is not doing particularly well. The Orc Warboss has done a lot of damage to her. Or him. I think it's a her. So Orion's coming to help. So the second wave of greenskins now incoming. They do have some Orc Biggins. So we're going to try and focus our fire on the Orc Biggins because they're a slightly bigger threat. And they also don't have shields. So we go targeting them specifically. And as you can see, their health dropping very, very quickly. As our Glade Guards pick them off. We've routed the spiders in the forest. The Deepwood Scouts took quite a bit of damage. Legolas cosplayers did pretty well, actually. LARPed it up nicely. The Orc Warboss is dead. That's going to damage the army's morale. As you can see, a lot of these units now wavering and fleeing from the fight before they even reach our lines, thanks to the concentration of missile damage. More Orc Biggins. Almost reach the line and then turn around at the last second and run away, which is probably the worst way to fight Wood Elves. If you reach the line, keep going, because if you run away, you're going to end up with a lot of arrows in your back. So most of the Greenskin army is now routing. Some Orc boys rallying. Probably not that sensible. Probably should just keep running if I were you. Some archers again. They're concentrating on the Hawk Riders. Hawk Riders weathering that really, really well. Orc Big Boss was fighting with Orion, but frankly, he needs to go and pick on someone bigger than him. Same size? I mean, well, everyone's bigger than a big Goblin Big Boss, most people anyway. And with the rest of the army, with the enemy Orc army now routing, our Glade Guard are going to chase off and try and kill it. There's quite a few Orcs fleeing, actually. Probably need to chase down some of these. Wild Riders have been doing fantastic stuff, as per usual, hunting down any fleeing unit. And they're going to be racking up the kills very, very easily. But unfortunately, we've only got one. I would like more units of Wild Riders, if possible. I mean, the archers are doing a fantastic job anyway, but... more Wild Riders would be good. Or just more cavalry, to be honest. Okay, so Val now took a little bit of damage. And unit of Glade Guard and our Deepwood Scouts obviously got eaten by spiders, but apart from that, we did pretty well. So let's kill the captives. And we killed in battle. Orion, yeah, good, good, good. Right, so we should be able to auto-resolve this, although I'm slightly concerned it might kill Val, so I'm going to save it. And... nope, that's fine. Okay, now I could raise it, that would give us a lot of cash. We've already got quite a lot of cash, so what I'm going to do instead is I'm going to seed it. That's right, and that's going to basically create an outpost for us. So we go, now we have Karak and Buffdar under our control. Dido has picked up a young stag. Forest dwellers beware, lest you be watched, followed and taken, never to be seen again. We've got a hunting hound as well, that's nice. So Orion is level 6. Let's give him Nature's Quiver, so that's going to give us even more ammunition. That's going to come in useful. Val, now, you are going to have... do I want to go Earthblood? Or maybe Awakening of the Wood. Let's go Awakening of the Wood. And Dido, you are going to have... let's have Sight Beyond Sight, because that's going to increase our missile damage even more. So we're going to be doing lots of missile damage. And we've got our first outpost, so let's have a look what we can build. We can actually build 2 buildings. We can get the Woodman's Hut, that's going to give us timber. So that might be quite useful. I think you can only usually build 1. But if there's a resource, you can build 2. Yes, because there's 2. Yeah, that's fine. So let's get the woodman's hut. Wood is an ever needed resource. I mean, we live in a forest, so sure. And then we have the option, so we can get the forage and grow, which is going to increase growth, income for all buildings, and provide us a garrison. We can get the sacrificial grounds, which is going to increase upkeep. Okay. Is that... That seems a bit iffy. Not sure about that. So that's going to increase our upkeep, which obviously our economy is already a little bit garbage. So it's going to increase our missile damage and weapon strength, though, and give us a small garrison. We can get the World Route Pathway, which is going to give us an even better garrison, although it's still not a particularly good garrison. Or we can get the Waystone, which is going to increase casualty replenishment rate. It's going to give us a garrison. So wait, what does that do? Oh, that lets us recruit units, so we can get Glade Guard, Eternal Guard and Dryads from here. Okay, and then that provides the garrison. Fine. So I think I'm going to go forage. I suppose the foraging grows does give us income. That increases upkeep. So I guess you kind of have to try and balance. So let's go for the foraging grows, because that's going to give us more income. That's going to be very useful. Let's do that. Does that also... Plus growth faction wide. Okay, well that's going to help a lot, because obviously we need to upgrade our buildings. And upgrade the buildings we're going to do right away, because we finished the Hollow, which means we're going to go for the Trickster's Gallery. Upkeep for infantry minus 4% own armies in province. And that's going to let us recruit the Cult of the Blood Queen and Wildwood Rangers. But we need an Aserai Forge to do that. We can also get the vineyard. That's going to increase the income we get. So we get 500, we now get 750. A feast is nothing without wine. That is very true. And we're going to get Sculptor's Cavern. It's going to increase our public order and also our trade goods. That's going to be useful. The Hunter's Vault as well. It's going to give us more fur, more growth, more income from trade and casualty replenishment rate. That's going to be very useful. And then... Now, I would like a proper caster. So we get the Spell Singers. So we get Life, Shadow and Beasts. Or we could get the Aserai Forge, because that would let us get the Wildwood Rangers. Or we could get the Starfire Shaft Archers. Which would be quite nice. Elven Healer. Yeah, I'm not so worried about that. We could build one of these temples. They give a faction-wide buff. So that's replenishment rates. Income from post-battle loot and chance of intercepting. Winds of Magic. And campaign movement range. These also unlock techs that we can't continue along the sort of tech tree without. So we do need to build those at some point. Do I want to do that now? Do I want to get some different units? That's the question. I mean... I would... I'm not overly bothered about Dryads. Maybe I get... Because I could get the Starfire Shafts. So that's basically fire damage. And then we can get poison damage as well. I mean, I do like the Way Watchers. And we need the Boyer's Vaults for that. Which is... The Boyer... Yeah, okay. So, yeah, I think what I'm going to do... I'm going to get Glade Guard Hide. And then we're also going to get... the Boyer's Workshop. Let's do that. So we've done a lot of upgrading. We don't have a lot of money left. But income-wise, we're not doing too badly. We could afford a defensive force. Potentially. So I might think about doing that. But unfortunately, we have run out of time for this episode. So next time, maybe we go to war with the dwarves. Maybe we kill Belagar. Capture the entire province, turn it all into outposts. We could potentially do that. That's an option. Or maybe head down towards the coast. Take out the Skaven. Skaven got a couple of armies here. Although we might need more ammunition to kill them all, because that's going to be a lot of Skaven down there. Options. So there we go. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.